The children were the most amazing people I'd ever met. They were so curious. Most of the children there have never seen a white person before. So the experience of seeing us, they just totally brought out a whole new level to them.
I had a lot of mixed emotions for the children.
They were wild animals.
I had a hard time with the children because children are my passion anyway. And to see them in such poor condition. I saw one little boy with a cut on his knee that had not been tended to, and there were flies around the cut, and it was really sad to see that just a little Neosporin and a Band-Aid might have prevented that, and they just don't have that there. So skinny and having a lack for the things that they need was really sad.
They were great. They loved each other. Sometimes they'd hurt each other, but they were very reliant on themselves and each other to kind of care for each other, because a lot of them were orphans. A lot of their parents, left or would make them feed themselves, and they were very self-sufficient. But they were a lot of fun at the same time. I mean, that wildness, that freeness of not being stuck up because the world has taught you to care about your appearance and care about what everybody thinks. They're just kind of chill, laid back, and who cares? Let's have some fun.
Seeing them in clothes that obviously came from the United States, that were worn, torn, and dirty.
They're all following us.
Follow us back, we go up to the church and we're walking home. I mean, they follow us the whole mile trip we walk.
I don't think that they've ever really seen cameras before, or they understood a little bit about them, because they would smile at them, but it was a treat, I think, for them to actually experience the cameras, and when they found out that my video camera was not a picture camera but a video camera, they all got really excited. See? At night they would hang out at the house where we were, and at least the children who lived around the area would gather around the house and play games, sing songs. Jesus is the rock of my salvation, and his banner over me is just have a great time together. The rock of my salvation, and his banner over me is love. On certain days I take out the hacky sack and play hacky sack with them. Or they would play their game, soccer, football as they call it, and just play pass around that way, similar to hacky sack but different.
We were the only white people that some of these children had ever seen, and at sometimes I felt like I was in a parade, and they would stand on the side of the road and holler, "Azungu! Azungu!" and that meant white person.
I don't think you'll ever forget the word Azungu.
White person. And they would holler that from the side of the road, and people would come from their houses and surrounding villages and line the road to see the white people go by.
Hey, chef.
Jesse and I were really walking in unity in a few different places. The Lord ministering through us. I could see that He was at work. At one point in time, I heard the Lord say to me, take the coins out of your pocket and pass them out to the children. I had a pocket full of American coins. And so when I walked outside to do that, I looked down at the children at the bottom of the stairs, and Jesse was standing in front of them, and he took out a handful of coins in his pocket and started handing them to the kids. And I just found that so exciting, because I knew that God had told him the same thing He told me. And they were so excited. They were just thrilled, and they were just looking at these coins and marveling at them. And it was so uplifting to them, just little things. The bubble gum that we passed out, you know, that was for the adults and the children, and both were equally excited. I remember sitting up in my chair at the front of the room, and I had gum in my mouth, and I was blowing a bubble. And I looked out of the corner of my eye. I saw 6 pastors sitting on the bench next to me, all pointing and giggling and like putting their thumbs up like, that's really cool, how'd you do that? So even when we didn't know we were ministering, we were ministering.
They were just a blessing, you know. They brought out this innocence in themselves, and just showed, they just wanted to know everything about us, and it was a great time with them.